How's it going, everybody? I'm doing a gum chewing Xbox 360 collection video here today. I have 11 games. I have a couple disc onlys, but I'm not going to really show those. I really wasn't even considering it when I first had the 360 in 06. I maybe had like 15 games and I got rid of it and got the PlayStation 3. And ever since, I've had 360 games here and there, but never built it up. But I had the two previous ones that I'd gotten some of the garage sales over the past, month or two. GameStop now has them cheap. I went up there today looking for some. I'm trying to get them with at least the case. I don't really want the generic case. I can deal with no manual. But it's 4 for $10 now on the used games that are $4.99 or under. So I picked up 4 games today for $10, and they were $4.99 ones. They had some other games I wanted, but they didn't have cases. So the original cases. So I'm gonna try to check a few other GameStops that I can get to from where I'm at, and try to build up the collection a little bit with games that I want to replay or games I never played, I missed out on. But anyway, I said there's 11 games. You might remember some of these from pickup videos, but first one is Assassin's Creed 3. It's a cool game. This one takes place during the Revolutionary War. And you use Connor here. You actually use his father in the beginning. He hates him. Spoiler alert. Use him I think it's the beginning of this Revolutionary War. I really like this one, though. This one didn't really get shit on, but it got a bit bashed. I actually really like it. I think with Assassin's Creed games, if you like the source material, you'll really be into the game. This one's on 2 discs. I think the second disc is the multiplayer. I want to kind of go after all the Assassin's Creeds because the older ones are cheap. They had Brotherhood in there as well, and 2. So they had Revelations, but it wasn't original. This is one I got today. This is probably my favorite in the series. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Just because it's all pirates and stuff, and you come across a lot of known pirates from that time, so that's cool. And you're on the boat all the time, and you go on islands and stuff like that. It's a really cool game. This one doesn't have a manual, but I'm not sure if it had a manual to begin with. When I played this, I had rented it from GameFly. This is 2 discs too, and I can't remember. They're both one. Other one's underneath there. I can't remember if this one, if it was just a 2-disc game because it was big, or multiplayer's on disc 2 as well. I have no idea. But this game's awesome. Third game here is another one I picked up. Remember from the thing. It's Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This obviously looks much better on the Xbox One, but it still looks cool. I played a little bit of it. It still looks really good on the 360, so I'll just probably keep playing it on here. Funny thing is, these 11 games here were under $25 total. I was adding it up before in my head, so really can't beat that. I gotta finish this one. Next game is one of my favorite games of all time. Dead Rising. Definitely in the top 5 of even just games, period, of last generation across all the systems. The original. That's what I got at a garage sale. Was it last year for $2? This is a cheap game anyway, but got classic Frank West here. You got the Psycho battles. You do, if you die, If you run out of time in this, it doesn't end. You can still run around and do stuff, but you can't obviously beat the game. But you can restart and still have all your levels where they were, which is at least a little bit of a bonus for kind of a little bit of an annoying system. I didn't really mind it too much though. Remember when I got this when it came out? It was just, I was so pumped for it. This is like one of the games, because this came out in 06, I believe. Yeah. So it was early on in the life cycle of the 360, and this is like one of the ones where you're like, yeah, you know, the new generation is here of games. Still cool too. I played it not too long ago, and it's still cool. I like the Dead Rising games. There's another one I picked up today. I had no interest in it wasn't on my mind to pick up. Dead Rising 3, Dead Space 3. Limited edition. There's a download code in here, but I guess I can see if it works. I doubt it does though. This doesn't have a manual, but once again, this might not have had one. Because it came out in 2013. This is a cool game. It's my least favorite of the 3 Dead Spaces. This one did things a little differently. You could it was almost like an open world type thing. You can get onto this little ship thing and go to like other abandoned ships and stuff and do little side mission type stuff. So it's a little different in that one. I wouldn't mind giving it another go again. I can't remember much more than it, to be honest with you. But I do remember it being kind of cool, but definitely my least favorite of the 3, but still cool. Dead Space games are cool, for sure. And these are all backwards compatible, which is nice, because I'm going to need to pick up another 360 because I threw out my destroyed one because I was tired of bothering with it. Trying to get discs to work and stuff was a pain. And 2 disc games were a friggin' nightmare. But if I find a cheap one, I still have my hard drive, so I need to find a cheap older model, and I have the cables too, so if I can just find the system itself for like $20, I'll do it. Here's another one of my top games. Elder Scrolls 4, right? It's 4. Oblivion. This is the Game of the Year edition, so it has Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles, which were both cool. I did all that on the PS3. I remember I got the PS3 one because it came out after this one, because this came out before originally came out before the PS3 was out. There's the reason I got the 360 originally. I got to play this, and it was awesome. I don't know how it looks graphically now, but it's such a fun game. When you first come out of the first part, you do the prison, and you see the huge world. You're like, yes, this is awesome. Get my piece here. This doesn't have the map, but it does have the manual. Another 2 discs. It's just a sick game. Actually, probably still prefer this one to Skyrim, even though Skyrim obviously looks better, but I don't know, man, this game, I just love this game. I played it on PS3, played like 180 hours into it. I'm sorry, I played it on the 360, played like 180 hours into it, got it again on the PS3 after I got rid of the 360, played it again for Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles. So another 180 hours into it. Then I started playing it again on the 360. It was just so good. Grand Theft Auto 5. I played this on the PS3. Of course, it's 2 discs on here. This one does have its map and manual. This is another garage sale special for $2. It's an awesome game. I wouldn't mind playing it again. I know it's been re-released on the better systems and stuff with first-person view. It's an awesome game. You got Trevor, Franklin, and is it Michael? It's just a cool game. You can switch between all 3 of them at different points. And then if you go back to them, they'll be in like weird situations most of the time. At least Trevor will be. It's classic GTA. This is another one of the 3rd of the 4th I got today. I've not played it at all. That's part of the reason I got it. Hitman Absolution. I haven't played many Hitman games. I played 2. It was 2 Silent Assassin. I played that one. This is complete. This is another, what was it, 2012, so a bit late, actually very late in the cycle of that generation, but this is, I believe, backwards compatible as well. Some kind of something going on out there as always. Here's another one that was I've had in multiple videos, Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance, which I need to, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, not Metal Gear Solid, use Raiden here, he's like a full robot in this. You do all types of crazy stuff. I've not beaten it, but it's a cool hack and slash like game, and it's got the Metal Gear weirdness to it, which is always fun. But that was the most expensive one. I remember I bought that online for like $5. It was new. Here's another pickup that I showed, Sonic Generations. The newer Sonic meets the old Sonic, and you gotta, I've been playing some of it. So you have some of the 3D stuff, and then you have the 2D stuff, and you could use both Sonics, and you gotta like bring color back to the world again. Which I feel is something you have to do in a lot of games, but it's actually pretty fun. You know, Sonic games, you know, after the Genesis were very hit and miss. But this one's pretty cool. And the last one is a really cool game. This is the fourth one I got. I wasn't planning on getting this either, but it was one that had a case and has its manual. Splinter Cell Conviction. This is my favorite Splinter Cell. I did play a good amount of Blacklist on the Wii U, and that's actually really cool too, but I beat it. Really cool game. It did things differently. It looks great. Like going to the bathroom and like bashing people's heads into the freaking urinals and stuff. It's really cool. And it's not, you know, I remember the older Splinter Cells could be really tough, and I think it was the second one in particular, Pandora Tomorrow, where like if you like breathe too loud, the mission would be over. This one's much more lenient. You still want to be stealthy, but if you're not completely fucking screwed. It was really, really a good game. I was actually glad to see it because I would play this again. I believe this just became backwards compatible. So those are the games for now. I think it's 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. And after I get a few more, maybe I go and get more 4 for 10s, or there's still a decent amount I want. And or pick up more garage sales. I'll do another one maybe when I hit like 20 or something. I wanted to kind of show people the start of it, you know, and it's cheap time to collect for the thing, so I might as well do it right. But yeah, thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.